Today we are crocheting this wrist bag. Fine hollow pattern. The exquisite small bag between the wrists has a practical and versatile capacity. Wire selection roomy sequel feather. It is paired with 3.0mm crochet. First, lock the edge and start the needle. Crochet from the bottom. After the starting needle is completed, hook 30 lock needles. "30 stitches end. Put the marking buckle on the 30th lock pin. Next crochet the first lap. Return to the penultimate lock pin. Stick a long needle here. Continue later on each stitch. Each crochet a long needle. A total of 26 long needles were crocheted. "26 stitches end. Hook 7 long needles in the last stitch. "7 stitches end. Turn to the other side. On the remaining half of the needle, hook up to 25 long needles in sequence. "25 stitches over. Hook 5 long needles in the last stitch. "5 stitches end. Hook a pull needle at the position of the mark buckle. After the first lap is completed, there are a total of 64 long needles. The second loop first hooks 3 lock pins. The 3 lock pins here are equivalent to 1 long needle. The novice needs to put the marking buckle in the third lock pin. Convenient for later recruitment. Hook a long needle in the same thread. Back in order. Crochet a long needle into each stitch. A total of 27 long needles were crocheted. "27 stitches over on these 5 stitches around the corner. 2 long needles each crocheted. A total of 10 long needles were crocheted. End of our hand. The back half corresponds to the number of stitches in front. Hook up to 27 long needles in sequence. "27 stitches over. Crochet 2 lengths on each of the last 5 stitches. Needles, a total of 10 long needles are crocheted. A total of 10 stitches were added in the second lap. 74 long needles when done. End of our hand. Finally, on the third lock pin at the beginning, hook a pull needle. The third circle first hooks 3 lock pins. Add another stitch to the next stitch. Crochet 2 long needles. The back hooks to 27 long needles in sequence. "27 pin knot. Tie on the next stitch and hook a long needle. Add another stitch to the next stitch. Crochet 2 long needles. So add another stitch every other stitch. Repeat 5 times. A total of 5 needles are added. There are a total of 15 long needles when the corner is completed. "15 stitches of the corner complete. The second half continues to hook to 27 long needles in sequence. "27 stitches over. Crochet 4 sets on the remaining 8 stitches. Add another stitch every other stitch. A total of 10 stitches were added in the third lap. 84 long needles when done. After the third round of promotion? So we've done the bottom part. Next, start crocheting the bag. The first lap first hooks 3 lock pins. Beginners need to put a mark on the third lock pin. Hook another lock pin behind the buckle. An empty needle is not enough. Hook a long needle over the next stitch. A lock pin. Hook a long needle over the next stitch. There is an empty needle in the back. Hook a medium and long needle in the next stitch. 3-pin jujube needle. First, tick the line 3 times in the same position. Finally, the crochet is wound through all the coils at once. 2 locking pins. Crochet another jujube needle in the same stitch. Hook the line 3 times in the same position. Crochet winding through all coils at once. Then 2 locking pins. There's an empty needle in the back. Hook a long needle over the next stitch. A lock pin. An empty needle is not enough. Hook a long needle on the next long needle. A lock pin. Repeat crochet at the back for a long needle and a lock needle. Loop 10 times. After the 10th long needle is completed, there's no need for a crochet. There's an empty needle in the back. Crochet a jujube needle over the next stitch. Two locking pins. Crochet another jujube needle in the same stitch. Two locking pins. An empty needle is not enough. Hook a long needle and a lock needle in the next entry. Hook a long needle and a lock needle on the next stitch. So 2 long needles make a set of patterns. An empty needle is not enough. Next long needle. Needle hook, a long needle and a lock needle. Next stitch hook, a long needle and a lock needle. Repeat crocheting in this way. A total of 6 sets were crocheted. After the second long needle of the 6th group is completed, it doesn't require a crochet. There's an empty needle in the back. Crochet the styling stitch pattern on the next stitch. After the jujube needle pattern is completed, an empty needle is not enough. On the next stitch, start hooking a long needle and a lock needle. Repeat 10 times. After the 10th long needle is completed, it doesn't require a crochet. An empty needle is not enough. Crochet the styling stitch pattern on the next stitch. After the jujube needle pattern is completed, an empty needle is not enough. In the next entry, a long needle and a lock needle on the upper hook. Next stitch hook, a long needle and a lock needle. So 2 long needles in a group. Repeat 4 times. End of group 4. Empty a needle hook. At the last stitch, a long needle and a lock needle on the upper hook. Hook a pole pin on the 3rd lock pin. The second circle first hooks 4 lock pins. On the first long needle, hook a long needle and a lock needle. Hook a long needle on the next long needle. In jujube, repeatedly crochet jujube-shaped needle pattern at the gap of the shape needle. After the jujube needle pattern is completed, in these 10 needles, each crochet a long needle and a lock needle. After the 10th long needle is completed, it doesn't require a hook and lock. 10th long needle completed. There's no hook and lock. Continue to repeat the pattern at the gap of the early needle. Crochet. Early needle pattern completed. On these back 4 stitches, crochet 1 long each. Needle, a lock needle. Add a stitch in the back gap. Crochet a long needle and a lock needle. Crochet a length on each of the 2 back stitches. Needle, a lock needle. Next gap. Add a needle. Hook a long needle and a lock needle. The back 2 stitches are crocheted 1 length each. Needle, a lock needle. Add a stitch to the next gap. Hook a long needle and a lock needle. Hooks on the back 4 stitches. Knit a long needle. A lock pin. No need for a hook needle after the last long needle is done. There are a total of 15 long needles when the corner is completed. Here we go! Repeat crochet jujube needle pattern at jujube needle on these 10 long needles. Knitting a long needle and a lock needle. No need for a hook lock needle after the last long needle is completed. The next jujube needle is also crocheted jujube needle pattern. After the 4th jujube needle pattern is completed, on the 4 long needles in the back, each crochet a long needle and a lock needle. Add a stitch to the next gap. Hook a long needle and a lock needle. On the 2 long needles in the back, hook a long needle and a lock needle. At the next gap, hook a long needle and a lock needle. The 2 stitches at the back, each hook has a long needle and a lock needle. Hook a long needle and a lock needle in the next gap. At the last stitch, a long needle and a lock needle on the upper hook. On the 3rd lock pin at the beginning, hook a pull needle. So that completes the 2nd lap. The 3rd to 11th laps behind. The number of stitches does not change. Repeat crochet at 4 jujube needle patterns. On each long needle, each crochet a long needle and a lock needle. This long needle near the jujube needle pattern. It doesn't require a crochet. 10 long needles front and rear. 15 long needles on each side. Do it yourself.